Hey, it's me, Unapologetically T, and I wanted to come and do a video about being assertive. And the reason this came up was my own personal exploration. And as a child, and even now, I'm very fucking sensitive. I used to feel like that was a weakness, and now I'm learning how to, my Qigong friends, I'm learning how to regulate that sensitivity instead of demonizing it or pushing it down deep as if I'm not sensitive. It is not a curse, it's a gift, and literally anything we can deem as a weakness can be used as a strength. The point is, I got to this part of the exploration of all my life. I wanted to be assertive, right? I admired others who were assertive, and I always internalized that I was not assertive. Sir, calm down. I always internalized that I wasn't assertive. Since I was little, I hated confrontation. Like, I was the child who would bust out and cry if there was arguing, fussing, and fighting, until I got conditioned and it became normalized, and then I started yelling, fussing, and fighting. And that's how conflict resolution happened in my neighborhood, in my household, in my environments. And then you get older, and like I go to college, I cannot conflict resolution that way, even though I even brought that shit to college. Literally. Literally, yes. So I had even a physical confrontation in college. And however, what I started to realize was, like, I can't use that same strategy in this world. So that worked in my neighborhood. And then I started to learn about microaggressions and being passive aggressive and learning that art skill that the white folks don't teach you. And they had it under the guise of professionalism, when all it is some bitch ass shit where they get to literally treat you like shit. And then you have to counter that with paper trails of emails and being nice, nasty, and literally you knew what the fuck I said when the fuck I said it, but you trying to act funny, and I know what the fuck you said when you said it, but I gotta act like you ain't said that way, so I don't beat your ass and lose my job or lose the spot in college. So you then learn a new toxic way of resolving issues that really shouldn't have to be that way. And so now that I'm trying to have a healthier internal system with myself and those around me, literally I'm learning that I never had a problem with being assertive. I had a problem with people respecting my authority over myself, my assertion. Like, it was dangerous to be assertive in certain environments because that assertion could lead to fussing, fighting, and all that shit. And so, like, literally, I'm looking back and I'm looking forward and I'm looking at right now. And the problem was never that I had a problem with being assertive. I can clearly advocate for myself. The problem is when I advocate for myself, nobody fucking believes me. It's just, and it's not even, I'm not even gonna say it's to a point where I don't feel like I'm being believed. I don't feel like the people in my past environments, and I'm not gonna say nobody, the people in my past environments wasn't respecting what the fuck I had to say, how I was viewing things or how I was experiencing things. It was only valued from their lens, and being around a lot of people who aren't willing to live in your truth, if you are willing to speak the truth, literally, they will try to deny that. So it was just a lot of, I didn't have an assertion problem. I had a problem with literally me feeling what I'm feeling was wrong. Me feeling what I'm feeling was inaccurate because I lived around and grew up around a lot of people who weren't willing to be accountable for what the fuck they were doing and how they were doing it, or they just didn't value what the fuck I had to say. And so I came to do this video for those who think they're struggling with being assertive. Sometimes you're not struggling with being assertive. Sometimes you're just around the fucking wrong people. Or I'm not gonna even say wrong people. You're around people who are who have been strategically placed to try to get you to become them. And however, you can literally resist that and be yourself. That's the resistance that we're in. The resistance is in being ourselves, and that's how we fight against what's happening. So literally, don't become them. You don't have a problem with being assertive. You have a problem with people who do not value, respect, and care for you, like they say they do. And so a lot of us who were born in toxic environments don't think that every fucking thing that's wrong with you is wrong with you. Sometimes it is. What you got going on is conditioning. That's not you, and you have to shed those layers. And shed those layers, you do have to place blame. I don't know what's this old age shit where they keep talking about you can't blame nobody. You can place blame. You can't get stuck there, but you can place blame and say, hey, look, this is where this fucking shit started. And then you can literally return back to where your core is, and place blame where blame go, but don't get stuck there, because then that's when you get in loops. Because you do got to take accountability and say, okay, I see this, I'm aware of this, and I can stop this. So you got to be able to stop it for you, though. You cannot stop it in other people that are around you. So if you are hell-bent on trying to save those around you and they ain't your children, like, literally wrap it on up and refocus that attention and energy on you. So even when it comes down to your children, you got to save yourself first before you can even save them. And I promise you, if you start to change your lifestyle, their lifestyle will change too. So I always felt like I wasn't assertive enough. And when I did assert myself, like I'm being a bitch, or like I just feel like also another thing was to be assertive in the environments I grew up in was people taking you for the weak. They was taking you as a doormat. So, like, don't be don't feel like when you have to assert yourself that you're being a punk. You're not being a punk. You're being a fucking healthy person. You're being a healthy being. You're being a healthy entity. How they choose to respond to you being healthy, let them fuck around and find out, because literally you don't need to go backwards. You don't need to go backwards. If you said it, and you said it with love and care, and someone took advantage of that, just know that that shit gonna be sorted out, whether it's through you or through something else. So literally, if you're struggling with being assertive, I guarantee you have been assertive before. It's just that assertion was not respected or valued in the environments that you were in. Literally reprogram yourself. You got this. You are assertive, and there are people out here who will respect and love you as you are, and will value your thoughts and your experiences. They'll evaluate. So literally keep going, stay strong, level headed.